And I cannot see in her whatever it is that you see. I don't know what it is. I got no damn clue. I have my speculations. I have ideas. But I ain't got nothing concrete. I can't say that I understand. What I do know. What I do know is, unfortunately, there is no easy solution for her. I wish that things could be better for her. I know that she doesn't deserve it. Nobody does. Nobody deserves this. Unfortunately, you just gotta play the hand that you've been dealt, and you gotta pray that you break even. Davina, she was dealt a terrible hand. Not unlike yourself. You seem to have been dealt a pretty garbage hand. Take pride in the fact that you've managed to take that and make it into something. I mean, look at yourself. You're living the great American dream. You got yourself a gorgeous wife, lovely property. You're successful. People respect you. People care about you. And frankly, that's just about the only thing you really need. Take pride in that, John. Davina, she's she'll either figure it out or alternatively, well, the point is, Davina is afflicted. I feel very sorry for her. She doesn't deserve it. I know she doesn't deserve it. I know that she and I don't get along. I don't get along with a lot of people. I don't need to get along with everybody. But I know that she is a tough one. She's a damn tough one. She's gonna keep on trucking. She's gonna learn. And she will be just fine in the end. Sure, she has committed a whole lot of sin down here on this world. Whole lot of sin. Everybody, and I do mean everybody, has the chance to return back to our Father in heaven. I know you probably don't want to hear a sermon, but there you have it.
You know, I I did something, Davina. Something that I've done hundreds of times over with other people, and never once worried because it usually unfolds the way I foresee it, but I'm scared this time.
Why's that?
I knew that if I betrayed Davina straight out, if I went and spoke to her and I I was the one who tied her up and I brought her to Sisika, that it would destroy her. So I set a plan in motion. I started off by mending my bridges with Kyle Washington. I got back in his good graces. And then I bided my time until I bumped into Davina again. I didn't reach out. I had to make sure it was all natural. I didn't want her to know that it was a part of a plan. And, sure enough, a local comes and, they're freaking out about this crazy young lady with antlers that just got attacked by a bear and she needs my help. So I ride out there, put my plan into motion. I treat her, I get her back to her feet. We reconnect, we talk. And I told her about the plan to bring her in and have her institutionalized and try to help her from the inside. Knowing exactly what it would mean, knowing exactly what she would do, she would see it as a betrayal. She would go to the only one left that she feels she can trust or that she can go to, which would be Kyle Washington. She'd go to Kyle, and Kyle would gain her trust because Kyle wants someone like her on his side. And then I had a plan to reach out to Kyle and, use his humanity against him. Going to prove that Kyle Washington does indeed have a heart and have him be the one that brings Davina in. That way it shifts the hatred from me to Kyle. She still gets put inside and leaves me with at least a small window to gain her forgiveness and trust and try to help her. Now, when I was putting all this into motion, I had to approach it like I would with anyone else, with someone that I didn't care about. I had to be cold, I had to be calculated. It wasn't until after I had already set the wheels in motion, so to speak, that I realized I'm terrified of the idea of her hating me. At the time, I justified it with, I'd rather have her live and hate me than to die. But I am truly terrified of her hating me.
I understand. And I'll say it again. I said it to you once in the trees, the day before your wedding, and I'll say it to you again. I'll use some much more honest wording. I do not want you to have to bear this burden because I know that it is a burden that you can't bear, certainly not on your own. You might think that's me calling you weak. That couldn't be farther from the truth. I know that historically you've been radically against the idea. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to let me handle it. Let Davina hate me. She's already there. And at the very least, that keeps her from hating you.
Unfortunately, I think she may already be there. When I told her, she seen it as a sign of betrayal, like I had foreseen. She took it a lot harder than I thought she would. The last thing she said to me was, "So much for your promise," which the last promise I made to her was that I would never betray her. I would never hurt her. That I'd always stand by her side. And truth be told, you and Mickey are the only reasons I have not kept that promise. If it weren't for you two, and me caring about you two, and caring about what you think of me, as soon as Arthur proposed that idea, I'd have shot both him and Violet. I'd have found Davina, and I'd have hit her.
Is that so? I can't fault you. I couldn't fault you even if you made a mistake that grave as to betray the trust that Violet and Arthur both had put upon you. Because I've done worse. I fucked up, and I made a whole lot of widows. A whole lot of widows. A whole lot of fatherless kids. We all make mistakes, John. Big ones, too. Don't even for a minute think that you would lose my respect because the fact of the matter is, I understand. I've been there. I know what it's like to make terrible decisions, and I know what it's like to make even worse decisions based on fear of judgment from others. For the record, if you did that, I'd have helped out Violet. I'd have helped out Arthur. I'd have hunted you down. Both you and Davina. You're right. I would have. I would have hunted the both of you until the ends of the earth. And I reckon that all three of us would sit down and we would have a conversation. And I would want to understand why it is you did what you did. What in heaven's name made it worth it?
Had
I
things gone
probably-
down that way, been quite disappointed.
I would be disappointed.
I don't think I'd have an answer for you. I honestly don't know why I care so deeply for Davina. I mean, outside of Mickey, that's a different kind of love. I've never felt that strongly towards another human before. I honestly don't know why I am so fiercely loyal to Davina. I don't know why I care about her so much, and truth be told, had it went down the other way, and when the day finally came where you found Davina and I during that sit down, my answer would have been, I don't know.
Well, I can't say that I would agree with your actions. I can't say that I wouldn't be upset. Violet's a good friend. Arthur's a friend. But you're more than well aware by now that you, Millie, and Mickey are all the family that I have. All the family that I have out here. And well, it might not mean much. Especially to you. Especially since you're talking about a transgression so great. But just know that just know that I understand. That I would understand. And that it might take me a little bit of time, sure. But I'd forgive you.
Maybe that's what I think is a little bit of faith. Who knows? Maybe we put Davina inside. That's exactly what she needs. She comes out the other side a happy, healthy young girl.
Do you think it's worth a shot?
I challenge the devil himself hand-to-hand combat for her, so I'd say anything's worth a shot in my opinion.
Let's get her taken care of. And let's get her taken care of. Let's get her in Sisika. Let's get her safe. And then we'll go from there.